Hey everyone, today we're going to do an art lesson based on this vegetable right here. Does anybody know what this is? Does it look familiar? So we have to peel it. Now it's not a fruit, it's not a banana. We're not peeling the banana. This is a vegetable. And look at all these little hairs coming out. That's called silk, the corn silk. And now does that look familiar? That's corn. So corn was introduced by Native Americans thousands of years ago, and it was also called maize or maíz. And they had ceremonies for planting the corn and harvesting the corn, and lots of different tribes used every part of the corn to make different things. So the Iroquois tribe used the corn husk. Do you guys know what part is a corn husk? This part right here. So see, it's still fresh, so it's still soft, but when it dries, it becomes hard and crunchy like this. Now, if you soak it in water, it becomes soft again. So the Iroquois tribes use corn husks to make bed mats. The Seneca tribe use them to make moccasins. So moccasins are shoes, and a lot of times when we think of moccasins, we think of those that are made out of animal skin, animal hide. But the Seneca tribe also used corn husks to make them. Husks are also used to make baskets, and they also made dolls and toys for children. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use the corn husk and we're going to paint on it, because you know what? It also kind of feels like a type of a paper. So we're going to see what happens if we paint on it. I wanted to show you a couple different things also. Look at this corn. Do you see all the beautiful kernels? So the individual pieces are called kernels. Look at all the colors. What about this one? The husks are different colors. These husks are like a yellowish, and these are like a reddish brown and maroon. And look at all the beautiful colors. Isn't that amazing? And so they would use corn to eat, obviously, or they would store it for the winter months. They would also make ground corn, so what we know now as grits. Also, what happens when we have dry corn kernels? Do you know what they turn into? If you go to the movies and you pop some corn, popcorn, if it gets heated up. And so every part of the corn was used. So we're going to use the corn husk today to paint on. And if you guys want, at the very end, you can put them together. Use your imagination, see what you can turn it into. Can it be a bow? Can it be wings of a bird? There's a special bird around Thanksgiving. Do you know what that bird is called? A turkey. So we can make the feathers of a turkey if you wanted to. So let's go ahead and paint. So some of them might be big like this. Some of them might be small. While you're painting, it might tear. Is that okay? Of course it is. So I picked some paints. You guys can pick whatever paints you want. And I'm going to use my paintbrush. So do you guys, oh, there goes my corn. Do you guys remember how to hold the brush? So we want to hold it from between the handle and the ferrule. That's the part that holds the brush all together. So this spot right here, we have control. And remember, we don't want to stomp like a dinosaur. We want to slide. So I'm going to pick some colors. I'm actually going to pick a little bit of red and a little bit of orange. So I have one on both sides. And I'm going to put my paint right here. I'm going to start painting. And you guys can paint it however you want. You can make a pattern out of it. I'm going to paint the tips actually like this. And so Native American tribes have lots of different symbols and patterns. And so you can create your own patterns and symbols with shapes like circles or triangles, different kind of lines. And I'm going to show you a special trick on how to make dots with our brush. So we might have a flat brush like this, or we can use a round brush like this. It really doesn't matter. Any brush will do. So I'm going to paint a little bit of blue And I'm gonna see what happens if I mix some gold with it. Because gold is a little bit of what? Yellow. So blue and yellow makes green. So I'm gonna paint a little bit, I'm gonna put a little bit of red. Blue and red, you guys know what that makes? Purple. So when you think you're done with your painting and you've covered it with lots of beautiful colors, I'm gonna leave that for the details. So I've kind of covered it up, but now I wanna add some details. I wanna add some dots. So you can do dots by pressing like this delicately, or if you flip the brush around like this, I'm gonna dip it in some of this brown. See that? Oops. And then I'm going to make my dots. Dot, dot, dot. So you can make your patterns however you want. I think I'm gonna go back with the blue and make some lines. So this is your corn husk, your paper to do however you want, to paint it however you want. And once you're done, we're gonna let it dry, and then you guys can decide if you wanna make one big turkey for your class, or if you wanna turn this into something else. I'm curious to see what you guys can imagine and come up with. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.